Hi, my name's Leo and I'm a boat builder and a sailor. A few years ago I bought a very old and quite famous wooden sailing boat for the price of $1, and since then I've been rebuilding that boat from the keel up with the help of a lot of amazing people. Now this episode is going to be all about the rudder. There's a lot more shaping work to do on the rudder since we last saw it, and when that's done we're actually going to try and hang it on the back of the boat. We've also got some updates on the work I've been doing on the cat rails, and then we've got some hull preparation and painting the bulwark planks. But first, let's check out the amazing shaping work that Zeal has been doing on the solid Purpleheart rudder. So far, Zeal has been working on shaping the profile of the rudder, that is, its shape as seen from the side. He did also previously plane the taper into the rudder, but now he's going to be doing some of the more complex shaping on the leading edge of the rudder and around the prop aperture. So the leading edge has to be round so that it can rotate without hitting the stern post of the boat, and the prop aperture area is going to be feathered in to make it more hydrodynamic. Now a lot of you guys will be familiar with Purpleheart, but if you're not, it's an extremely dense, heavy, tropical hardwood. It's very difficult to work. So cutting these kinds of shape in it is no easy task. As well as using a few modern motorized tools, Zeal's also going to be using more traditional tools, such as an Adze. And really the way he's constructing this rudder is very similar to how rudders would have been constructed for hundreds of years. The only real difference is where he might now be using a circular saw or a power plane. 100 years ago he may have been using a handsaw or a hand plane, and we still do use those tools today as well.
Hey, this might be fun. Why don't you tell YouTube why the Purpleheart is brown where you just cut it?
Purpleheart's brighter where I'm cutting it because I'm cutting into a fresher material that hasn't oxidized. So it'll get darker as it's exposed to air.
Oxidation.
This is the medieval.
This is what it's actually.
Yeah.
I like you
Up
too much,
with his ass.
So the rudder is looking really, really awesome, and we're going to actually try and hang it on the boat soon. But first I'm going to do a little bit more work on the cat rails. You saw me start these off last week. Now I'm going to make the next couple of sections, and a bit later on I'm actually going to be fitting them all to the boat and cutting out their final shape. So it's time to try and actually hang the rudder onto the stern of the boat. Now Zeal's done some very clever lining up of the gudgeons and the pintles using a string line through some aluminium discs that he cut. So in theory, all the gudgeons and pintles should be in a straight line. Now only the top and the bottom pintles are actually riveted to the rudder, and they're not even fully riveted, so the ones in between should have a tiny bit of play in them, but the tolerances are really tight. The pintles are a really tight fit in the gudgeons. Whatever happens, the rudder is looking really awesome, and I'm very excited to see it hanging on the back of the boat.
Yeah. Can you go up? The software stuff?
Alright, it's free.
Let me know when we're coming free there. Ready? We're just gonna go nice and easy. Yeah, it's super light, right?
It's like a thread.
Isn't that nice?
Off a bit, yeah.
Tiny bit. Tiny bit. Oh, there we go. And now. So we're not safe until that top pintle is in.
Hit it with something.
Go ahead and give it a little bit more. Ain't right. We gotta do it again. It's all
Just say we can.
So we're gonna put it back down and we're gonna adjust it a little bit more. Go, Patrick. Okay, you got that? Want to look?
It's off.
You got it.
Okay. Oh, the thread.
There.
I think we're good.
Hey, nothing broke. Nobody's injured. We're all good. That's a win.
So that didn't go quite as we had hoped. We didn't get the rudder to seat down all the way into the gudgeons, but nothing got broken, no one got hurt, and you know, moving such a big, heavy thing around can be a little hazardous. So that's a success in itself. Now Zeal is going to do a little bit of fine tuning on the pintles, maybe adjust the positions very slightly. He might even get some lapping compound in there and just lap away a tiniest bit of material to make the clearance a little bit bigger. Then we're going to hoist up the rudder again and try once more to get those pintles to slot into the gudgeons.
So go ahead and all the way.
Alright, we're flying. Yeah.
Get one more and hold that. Bob, you go ahead and push it up and we're gonna rotate it this way also. Okay, hold.
Beautiful.
All right, Patty, so now we're gonna try and guide that bottom in. And hold.
Hold.
Put it in. We good?
We're looking good. We need a little bit more.
Go ahead and ease away. I'm just gonna go up and take a look. How far
Come up on deck.
If you could just wiggle the tail of the rudder. Patrick,
Yeah.
if you could just wiggle the tail of the rudder.
Right now?
Yeah, just give it a little wiggle, just like that. That's exactly what I want.
Wow.
This is how you propel the boat.
Yeah. Patty's gonna be full-time underwater.
He is. You are a part of the ship, part of the crew, Patty.
Wiggling.
Go ahead and ease another 4 inches or so. Okay, hold that. Bob, what's the tension on that feel like right now?
There's a lot of tension.
Okay, go ahead and ease away. Ease away. Hold.
Hell yeah.
Dude.
Damn.
So cool.
We're home.
This is so exciting, dude.
Goonies never say die.
So Tally-ho has a rudder, and of course it's not quite finished. There's more work to do. It's going to have to come off and go on and so on, but so cool to see the rudder hanging on the stern of the boat. It looks awesome. Zeal's done a beautiful job on it. Such a substantial, strong construction and beautiful material, and I'm really pleased with the size. I think it's going to steer the boat really well, so that's awesome. It went in pretty easy the second time after a little bit of adjustment, and it's still a little bit stiff, but we got some plans on how to improve that. We still have to put some of the last rivets into the pintles. We've got to hang the trim tab on the back, which will need its own pintles and gudgeons. It all needs painting and so on. But for now, we're going to leave it on the boat while we get on with some other jobs. We've got some hull preparation to do. We're going to paint the bulwarks, and then I'm going to be cutting out the final shape of the cap rails.
So I'm prepping the hull right now for its final paint job. Then I'm gonna tape off these seams here and fill them with topside seam compound.
It's hard work, huh?
Oh, brother. Got a great angle of your chins right now.
Did you say chins?
I think you look really good right now, bud.
Thanks, dude. I
like your
appreciate constantly feeling uncomfortable. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Wait, where are you going?
I'm gonna do this last thing over here.
So the hull is pretty much ready for its final coats of paint now, and we taped off the seams before painting them or filling them with this topside compound. Now some people might think that that's a waste of time, and in some cases it might be, but because of our particular process, our order of operations, for us in this case it's necessary, or at least more efficient. Now it's time to get back to work on those cap rails. So I've got all these pieces of cap rail fitted now, and I'm pretty pleased with them. I've faired the shape on the inside and the outside, and you'll also see this section of wider cap rail just here, which is actually where we're going to have our pin rail. So there'll be some vertical pins going through that part, and that's where we'll make off the halyards and other lines coming down from the rig. It sort of mirrors the channels on the outside of the boat in its shape and location. Next, I'm going to pull them all off the boat, do a little bit of fine tuning, and then start the shaping process. For now though, thanks a lot for watching, and a massive thank you to everyone who has donated or otherwise supported this project. It does make a huge difference, and it means we're able to keep on doing this work and able to keep on making and editing these videos. So I really appreciate it. And I'll see you next time. Cheers.